Today I am going to deal with binomial expansion method of interpolation. So in this class I am focusing on how to form the binomial expansion equation with the help of Pascal's triangle. So before moving on to the topic, let me explain the meaning of the term interpolation, as binomial expansion is one of the method in interpolation. So, interpolation is a technique which is used for estimating the data. That means here we are estimating the unknown value of a dependent variable from the known value of an independent variable. So, actually, interpolation is a statistical technique which is used for estimating the unknown values from the known values. With the help of known values, we are estimating the unknown values. And in this interpolation, the value to be interpolated, that is the value to be estimated, should lie within the given range of data. For example, here we can see the population figures in India of 1941, 51, 61 and 71 is known. We can interpolate with the help of these data the population figure for the year 1955. That is, we can estimate the figure for 1955 with the help of all these population figures. That is, if the value to be estimated lies in between these ranges, that is 1941 and 1971, it is the case of interpolation. And if we are estimating the figure after 1971, for any year after 1971, that is the case of extrapolation. Okay. Now comes binomial expansion method. As I already mentioned, it is one of the method for interpolation, and if we are using this method, the two criteria should be satisfied. That is, the x values should be of equal intervals. For example, in the previous example, we have seen that the value for 1951, 61, 71, etc. are given. That is the 10-year gap for x values. In the same way, if the x values are equal interval, we can use binomial expansion method. For example, if x values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that is the gap of 10. Here also the year. 2000, 2005, 2010 and 2015. That is equidistant. That is 5 years gap. If there is an equidistant gap, we can use the binomial expansion method for estimating the figures. And the second criteria is that the value to be interpolated should be any one of the variable within the given values. Here you can see an example, that is the year 2011, 12, 13, 14, 1 year gap. And the sales in lakhs, it is missing in the year 2012. That is, the value to be estimated lies within the given range, that is between 2011 and 2014, and this is the case of interpolation where we can use the binomial expansion method. And here you can see the known values are 3. 3 known values are here, and we have to estimate the figure for the 4th year, that is the sales for 2012. Okay, so here the known values are 3. 2011, we know the sales are 5 lakhs, and 2013 11 lakhs, and 2014 17 lakhs. So the known values are 3. If the known values are 3, in the forming the equation, we have to write it as delta 0 raised to 3. So first let me explain the Pascal's triangle. See, if the known values are 3, in the starting of the equation, you have to write it as delta 0 raised to 3. If the known values are 4, you have to write it as delta 0 raised to 4. That is for estimating the 5th value, delta 0 raised to 4. If in the previous example, the known values are 3, so delta 0 raised to 3. That is the starting portion of the equation. The balance of the equation I will explain after showing the Pascal's triangle. If you know how to form the Pascal's triangle, that will be easier for you to form the binomial equations. Okay, so for Pascal's triangle, starting with 1 and 1. So, starting with 1 and 1, again in the second line, we have to bring down the 1 to the second line. That is, it will come in the shape of triangle. So, we have to write it in this way. And in the first line, we will write 1 and 1. In the second line, we will write 1 and 1 on the left extreme and the right extreme. And in the middle portion, we have to add the two values together in the first line. That is 1 plus 1. That is 1 plus 1 in the first line will gives you 2 in the second line. Okay, so First we have to write 1 and 1, then bring down the 1 and 1 to the left and right extreme. Then in the first line we have 1 and 1, we have to add it together. So the sum of the first line will comes to the middle of second line. Okay. Now in the third line, again we are bringing down the 1 to the both extremes, and we will take 2 values each in the just preceding line, that is 1 plus 2, 3. Here comes 3, that is 1 plus 2 in the second line comes to 3. Again 2 plus 1, the next 2 values, 2 plus 1, 3. So we got the third line, that is bringing down 1 and 1, then adding 1 plus 2, 3, then 2 plus 1, 3. Similarly, in the fourth line, we have to again bring this 1 to down, that is 1 and 1. Okay, to the left and right extreme. Then take the third line and add the 2 values together, that is 1 plus 2. Sorry, 1 plus 3, 4, 3 plus 3, 6, again 3 plus 1, 4. See how it comes the value in the fourth line, that is taking the values of the third line 2 each. That is 1 plus 3, 4, 3 plus 3, 6, 3 plus 1, 4. Again in the fifth line, 1 plus 4, that is 5, then 4 plus 6, 10, again 6 plus 4, 10, then 4 plus 1, 5. So the fifth line also completed with the help of fourth line, that is 1 plus 4, 5, 4 plus 6, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, and 4 plus 1, 5. Again coming to the next line, bringing the 1 to both the extremes, taking 2 values in the fifth line, just preceding line, that is 1 plus 5, 6, 5 plus 10, 15, 10 plus 10, 20, 10 plus 5, 15, and 1 plus 5, 6. In this way, we can form the Pascal's triangle. Again in the seventh line, taking the sixth line, that is 1 plus 6, 7, 6 plus 15, 21, 15 plus 20, 35, 20 plus 15, 35, 15 plus 6, 21, and 6 plus 1, 7. So in this way we can form the Pascal's triangle. With the help of this Pascal's triangle, we can form the binomial expansion equations easily. That is, in the previous example, I have already mentioned that there are 3 known values. That is for the year 2011, 12, 13, 14. The 2012 value is missing and the 3 values are known, 2011, 13 and 14. Sales of 2011, 13 and 14 are given. So 3 known values are there. So here I am showing you how to form the equations under binomial expansion method with the help of Pascal's triangle. So if the known values are 3, we have to start with delta 0 raised to 3. Okay, so in the previous example, the known values are 3. So after checking in the question how many known values are there, you have to start with the equation. So I am starting with delta 0 raised to 3 because in the previous example there are 3 known values. Delta 0 raised to 3 is equal to, if it is 3 known values, we have to start from y3. Okay, from y3 to y0 you have to write. If it is 3 known values, starting with y3, y2, y1 and y0, leaving some space in between, you have to write it. If it is delta 0 raised to 3, we get delta 0 raised to 3 from the question. If there are 3 known values and we have to estimate the figure for the fourth year, delta 0 raised to 3 is equal to, starting from, if it is 3, starting from y3, y3, y2, y1, y0, up to y0 you have to write. Okay, then immediately after that you have to put the positive and negative signs alternatively. That means starting with, always the first sign will be positive. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so always start from positive sign. For the first variable you have to put positive sign. So y3 is positive, then alternatively you have to put the positive and negative signs, that is positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, immediately after this you have to check the, if it is delta 0 raised to 3, you are starting from y3. If it is 3, then you have to check the third line. Okay, here 3 related to 3, third line in the here it is 1 is given, you can ignore that. So we are starting, check the third line, that is 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so here it is, see, 1, 3, 3, 1. Here it is 1, so I have ignored it. So 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, usually we are starting from 1 and 1. That's why I told it as third line. Okay, usually this one we never put this one. So 1, 3, 3, 1. We get it from the third line. Here it is fourth line. So just check it. I have shown you starting from 1 and 1. Okay, so 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so is equal to 0. You have to put is equal to 0. So if the non-values are 3, you have to write it as delta 0 raised to 3 is equal to y3 minus 3y2 plus 3y1 minus y0 is equal to 0. If the given values are 4, that is, if the given values are 4, then you have to write non-values are 4, then delta 0 raised to 4. It comes, if it is 4, you have to start from y4, that is y4, y3, y2, y1 and y0. Okay, y4, y3, y2, y1 and y0. Then immediately after that, you have to put the positive and negative signs alternatively. That is plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Positive, negative signs alternatively. Starting from positive. Always start from positive. That is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay. So, then immediately after that you can check the Pascal's triangle. Here it is, the one is given at first, so you can check the fifth line, that is it is for the one non-value you have to take the 1 and 1. If it is 2 non-values you have to take 1, 2, 1. If it is 3 non-values you can take the 1, 3, 3, 1. See, if it is 4 non-values, then y4, y3, y2, y1, y0. Put the positive and negative signs alternatively. Then here check the fifth line. If you are starting from single one, you have to check the fifth line for the 4 non-values. Okay, so 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, you have to put it as 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, take the values from the Pascal's triangle. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1 is equal to 0. So, in this way you can form the equations under binomial expansion method. If the given values are non-values are 5 and you have to estimate the value for the 6th year, start from delta 0 raised to 5. Then again start from y5. If it is y, y5, y4, y3, y2, y1 and y0. That is from y5 to y0. That is the non-values of 5. You have to write delta 0 raised to 5 is equal to. Then start from 5, y5. Up to y0 you have to write y5, y4, y3, y2, y1, y0. Then put the positive and negative signs alternatively starting from positive sign. Always start from positive sign. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Now, if it is delta 0 raised to 5, you have to check the 6th line here. Okay, so here it is 6th line. So, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Okay. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. You can simply take the variables from the values from the Pascal's triangle and put it in the proper positions. That is 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. That is in the 6th line. In this Pascal's triangle, it is 6th line because the 1 is there. So, again, if the non-values are 6, delta 0 raised to 6. So, if it is non-values are 6, you have to start from y6 up to y0. That is y6, y5, y4, y3, y2, y1 and y0. And in the next stage you have to, as usual, you have to put the positive and negative signs alternatively starting from positive sign. That is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay. Then you can go to the 7th line in the Pascal's triangle. If it is delta 0 raised to 6 and we are starting from single one, then you have to go to the 7th line. Then 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. Okay, you can substitute the values here. 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1 is equal to 0. In this way, you can form the Pascal's triangle depending on the non-values in the given question. For estimating a future figure, within the given range of value, the binomial expansion method can be used, and we can easily form the equations under binomial expansion method with the help of Pascal's triangle. Hope you understood. Thank you.